Hello, I'm Susan Bennett, and I teach in the Community Economic Development Clinic along with my colleague Brenda Smith. And so here's what we do. If you buy your eggplant from a farmer's market, if you take your kid to a home-based daycare, if the place where you get your hair cut on the block suddenly has nice new signage and the sidewalk in front of it looks better, if the facilities at your community center, where you go sometimes on a weekend to pick up a free movie, are better, then you're either a member of a community-based organization or you benefit from its services. So there are nonprofits, there are small businesses, there are all the institutions that make life in this city and other cities a little bit better, but they do more than that. They're not just glue, they're not just an amenity, but sometimes these little organizations fill in the gaps where governments or the private sector just don't provide services necessary to sustain life at anything like a decent quality. So those small businesses, those community centers, those nonprofits, those are the clients of the Community Economic Development Law Clinic. We do a lot for these clients. It's what you call transactional work, which means that we tend not to do litigation. Litigation is great, but one of the kinds of law that we try to practice is preventive law. We try to predict problems, take care of them before they can happen, and try to avoid getting to the point where litigation is the only strategy available to our clients. Our clients are small businesses. They are nonprofit organizations, primarily organizations, but occasionally the small businesses whom we do work for are individuals. What kind of work do we do for them? First of all, we talk to people when they're just starting out with an idea, maybe have an organization, maybe have been running an after-school program, and help them figure out what kind of organization do they want to be. Do they want to be a nonprofit, a for-profit? What kind of funding do they expect to get in the future? What kind of organization is most comfortable for them? How much corporate governance do they think they can sustain? Once we counsel clients about all those issues, then we draft the documents for them that establish them as some kind of entity. A nonprofit with articles of incorporation and bylaws, a for-profit as a limited liability corporation. If we establish a nonprofit, then we help that organization find tax exemption, both federal and local level, which enhances its ability to get grants and become self-sustaining and get contributions. If a for-profit, then we'll work for financing of other kinds. We write grants for our nonprofits. We help with bake sales. We've helped with sidewalk sales. We do a lot of work for our clients that enhances their ability to participate and control destinies in their communities. Once our clients are established, we help them do the many things that any business organization has to do in order to sustain itself. There are issues of zoning, there are permits, there are licenses. All of these regulatory matters are complicated in the District of Columbia, where most of our clients are located. We help them with applications, with researching the law, and with advising them wherever necessary so that their businesses are secure and they can run them legally. Among our clients have been tenants associations that have bought their buildings. We've helped them find financing and become stable so that they can grow as competent and confident managers of affordable housing in a city where affordable housing is very hard to find. We've worked with revolving loan funds, we've worked with community centers, we've worked with senior citizens groups that are trying to secure free food for their needy members. We've worked with home-based daycare centers. That's a big business in the District of Columbia, an important one for immigrants who are trying to start out. In short, our clients are anchors of their communities, and we try to help them stay that way. If I had to characterize the work of the Community Development Law Clinic in one way, I'd say that we practice transactional business commercial law for poor people, poor neighborhoods, areas where resources have been scarce and where development movements have left the populations behind. And what we try to do is establish community-based organizations in their neighborhoods that will be able to grow and stay and prosper.